Hey everyone. Let's talk about principle of mathematical induction. The principle of mathematical induction, PMI, may be more known with its other name, the domino effect. The domino effect needs two conditions. First, an initial force to push the first domino, and second, every pair of consecutive dominoes must not be too far from each other so that the preceding can push the following. Steps in proving using PMI. Prove true for n equals 1 or a1. Assume true for n equals k. Prove is also true for n equals k plus 1. Example. E raised to the of n minus 1 is divisible by 7 for all n element of natural numbers. That is, 8 raised to the power of n minus 1 is equal to 7m exist m element of integer. Step 1. For n equals 1, that is, 8 raised to the power of 1 minus 1, that is equal to 8 minus 1. That is equal to 7. 7 times 1 is 7, hence it is true for n equals to 1. Step 2. Assume that n equals k is true. That is, 8 raised to the power of k minus 1 is equal to 7m. There exists m element of integer. Step 3. Prove that n equals k plus 1 is also true. 8 raised to the power of k plus 1 minus 1 is equal to 8 times 8 raised to the power of k minus 1, which is equals to the quantity of 7 plus 1 times 8 raised to the power of k minus 1. Distribute 8 raised to the power of k. That is 7 times 8 raised to the power of k plus 8 raised to the power of k minus 1. Simplify, that is 7 times 8 raised to the power of k plus 7m. Factor out 7. That is 7 times the quantity of 8 raised to the power of k plus m. We let d as our 8 raised to the power of k plus m, which is, we can write it as 7d. Therefore 8 raised to the power of n minus 1 is divisible by 7 for all n element of natural number.